Alright, we're back. Really? 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 Really?
Oh, 任せろや。
Yep, just leave it to me.
やったよウキちゃん、今日から一緒に暮らせるって。
Yay, isn't that great, Uki-chan? He said he can stay here. How is your dad making so much money to be able to support all these fucking kids? After we got back, Kirsten and I were met with some good news.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
もう、だから敬語はいらないってば。
I told you, you don't need to be so polite. Shinjo-san had come here in the afternoon, and that's what he'd worked out. For several reasons. First, Frisia can't keep her anymore, but due to her power, it'd be difficult to give her to a normal orphanage. Second, Shinjo-san was taking a different route than the other officers on this case, so he couldn't give her back to the police facility. The most important thing of all was that this was what Yamazoe wanted. Having her old friend Yui here seemed to be helping her a lot.
よかったわね、ウキちゃん。
That's great, Uki-chan.
はい。
Yes. She blushed a little and nodded.
父さんもありがとう。
Thanks, Dad.
なに、むしろこっちがありがたいってもんだ。誰かさんと違ってとっても気が利くし、家事の手際もいい。
Don't worry, I'm actually glad to have her here. I'm actually glad to have her. Unlike a certain someone, she's very nice and does a good job with the chores.
もう少し元気になったら委員の手伝いもしてくれるって言うし、大助かりだ。
Once she's feeling a little better, she says she's going to help around the clinic too.
父さん、それは私に対する当てつけと考えていいの？
Dad, can I assume that last one was directed at me? Yui pouted, but Dad just laughed and ran his hands through her hair.
部屋はどこにしようかしら。今空いてるところってないわよね。
Where should we put her? We don't have any spare rooms right now.
私と一緒でいいでしょ？ね。
You want to sleep with me, right? Right?
そういうわけにはいかないわ。ユウトはどうするの？
Can't do that. What about Yuto?
別にいいじゃない。平気よね、ユウ。
Who cares? You don't mind, do you, you?
ほら、ユウト困ってるでしょ。ダメよ。
See, he does mind, so no.
だったら僕の部屋は？
Then what about my room?
嘘。タクルに行ってばやらしい。
No way, big bro, you're such a pervert.
いくらなんでもそりゃまずいだろう。
There's no way that's a good idea.
違うよ、そういう意味じゃなくて。
No, that's not what I meant. Once this case was settled, I intended to leave, so I could sleep in the dining room or something. She could have my room. The Cursa seemed to know exactly what I was thinking. She poked me in my stomach.
なんだよ。
What?
ダメですからね。また勝手に出て行ったら。
I'm not letting you just leave us again.
ここにいるのは事件が終わるまでって約束したろ。
The deal was that I'd only stay here until the case was resolved, right?
そうだけど、あなたがだらしないからよ。一人暮らしなんて気が気じゃないって何度も言ってるでしょ。
That's true, but I've told you a bunch of times that I don't think you've got any business living on your own. Dad suddenly slapped his hands together.
ああ、そうだ。一つ部屋が空いてるじゃないか。
Oh, I know. We do have a spare room.
え？
ほら、今は使ってないが、以前ナースの宿直室だった。
You know, we had that room that we used to use when the nurses did overnight shifts.
あそこって物置じゃない、今。
We use it as a storage room now, though.
でもな、日当たりもいいし、物置にしとくのはもったいないと思ってたんだ。
But that room gets a lot of sun, and I've been thinking that's a waste to use it as a closet.
そう思ってたのなら、もっと早く片付けてほしかったわ。
You should have cleaned it out earlier. Chris just sighed and turned to me.
明日部屋の片付けをしましょう。手伝ってね。
We can clean it out tomorrow. Help me with it, okay?
はーい。
Okay. Yuto answered cheerfully.
でも今夜はどうしようか。ゆいとウキちゃんが一緒で、ゆうとは父さんとでいい？
But what do you do for tonight? You can stay with Uki-chan, Yuto can stay with Dad. Does that work? Yeah.
よし、決まり。布団用意しなきゃ。ゆう、手伝ってくれる？
Okay, I'll get a futon ready. You, can you help me? Okay.
私、自分でやりますから。
Oh, I can do it myself, ma'am.
大丈夫。ウキちゃんは何がどこにあるのかまだ分かってないでしょ。あと、敬語はいいってば。
It's fine, you don't know where anything is yet, right? And stop being so polite.
はい。
Yes, ma'am.
だからそこははいじゃなくてうんうん。ね、言ってみて。
And stop saying ma'am, just talk normally. Try it, okay?
うん。でも私も手伝うので。
Okay, but I'm going to help too.
そう？それじゃあ一緒に。
Yeah, then let's both.
あ、ちょっと待ってくれ。
Oh, wait a second. I'll stop Yamazoe before you could take her out of the room.
どうしたの、タクラに。
What's wrong, big bro?
山添、新庄さんから話は聞いたけど、もう一回だけ確認させてくれないかな。
Yamazoe, I talked to Shinjo-san, but I want to ask you one more time.
はい。
Yes?
僕のスマホ、今どこにあるか本当に知らないんだよな。
You really don't know where my smartphone is, do you?
スマホ？
Smartphone?
ほら、こういうのだよ。
You know, like one of these. You took out her phone and showed it to her. When Yamazoe saw it, she finally seemed to remember.
ああ、新庄さんが見せてくれた電話機のことですね。あれは、落ちていた場所に戻したんです。
Oh, the telephone that Shinjo-san showed me. I put it back where it fell.
その後誰が拾ったのかわからないか。
Do you know who picked it up?
はい、すみません。
I don't. I'm sorry.
そっか。
I see. So it's just like Shinjo-san had said after all. Then who exactly had my phone and the picture inside it? And how had they been able to call Ito's phone?
タクラに、もういい？話は終わり？
Big bro, can we go now? Are you done talking?
ああ。
Yeah.
それじゃあ寝る準備しに行こう。父さん、とりあえず病院の使ってもいいよね。
Let's get ready for bed then. Dad, can I use the stuff in the clinic, right?
おう、この前干してからまだ使ってないやつがあったろ。あれ使え。あとシーツも。
Yeah, we just hung them up to dry and there should be one we haven't used yet and there's also the sheets.
わかってるって。ああ、そうだ。ねえ、ウキちゃん、お風呂も一緒に入らない？
I know that. Oh, right. Uki-chan. Do you want to take a bath together?
はい。
Huh? Yes, ma'am. I thought she would say no. What?
だからはいじゃないでしょ。
I told you to stop that.
うん。
Okay.
言っとくけど、ユウは別だからね。
You're not allowed to take one with us, okay? He didn't even say anything. I don't think he assumed that.
わかってるよ。
I know that.
ユイのやつ、随分とはしゃいでるな。
He was really excited.
そうね。でもわかるわ。やっぱりお友達っていいものよ。
Yeah, but I can understand. It's nice having friends. You took Yamazoe and Yuto out of the room.
クルスは大丈夫か？
Are you okay, Kurusu?
どうして？
Why do you ask?
ほら、食費とかいろんな世話とか一人分増えるだろ。
Because of food expenses and stuff, we got another person to take care of now.
世話は平気よ。ウキちゃんはいろいろ手伝ってくれるって言うし、むしろ楽になるくらい。食費とかはまあ父さんが頑張ってくれれば。
We'll be fine. Uki-chan says she's going to help around the house. It'll actually get easier as for food expenses as long as Dad works hard.
おお、任せとけ。ちょっとトイレに。
Yeah, leave it to me. Oh, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. And he's a doctor, right? So I assume he gets paid quite a bit. Even though he is running his own clinic here, so... Dad quickly ran out of the room to escape Kursu's gaze.
まあ
That man. She chuckled, but there's kindness in her laugh. Ooh. Two people in chat. I'm trying Max Katie. How's Miyashiro? Completely awakened. Oh, fuck. Yes, more suffering, more aggressive pain at the abandon, more, as you wish. Oh my god, I missed it. Something about completely awakened. Yes. Shall we do it? And then he was like, probably just something like that. Shall we do it? As in, what, the 4th new gen killing? Oh, because you think about it, right? With Chaos Head, the reason for all the killings was to, well, obviously it was to awaken Takumi, I've said this multiple times, but ultimately they stopped when they finally awakened Takumi. Which means, technically, they don't have to do more new gen killings if the goal was to awaken Takaru. But it looks like Ami-chan wants more, even though there's no need to do it anymore. Sunday. Aramura, Yamazoe, and I got a full medical check at a hospital run by one of Dad's friends, just like Shinjo-san had suggested. And now the numbers, brainwaves, electrocardiographs, MRIs, and other images were lined up on Dad's computer screen. Of course, as a complete amateur, I have no idea what any of it meant. Kunosato-san was talking to my dad as if she was one of his colleagues, rather than addressing him as the much older man that he was.
おかしなものって何ですか？ただでさえこんな検査されてムカついてるのに。しかも今日って友達と約束あったんですよ。
What do you mean you found something strange? I'm already pissed off that I have to do this exam, and I'm supposed to meet up with some friends today.
女子同士って一度断ると後々面倒なんですけど。
When a girl blows off another girl, it makes things complicated down the road. Huh. So Hanae is here, Kunosato-san is here, and Sakuma, but Kunosato-san is talking to my dad. So it has to be one of the people living here. Aramura put her hands on her hips and complained. Okay, it was Yamazoe, Kunosato, Hanae, and Sakuma. Okay, Yamazoe, for her part, looked scared. She was hiding behind me and trying to stay up Kunosato-san's sight.
素人は黙ってろ。邪魔だ。
You don't know anything and you need to shut up. You're getting in the way.
はあ？冗談じゃないですよ。ここでちゃんと言っとかないと、この先どんな実験をされるか分かったもんじゃありませんからね。
What? No way. If I don't make things clear now, who knows what you're gonna do in the future?
そういうことを言うど素人が一番腹が立つ。
Amateurs like you piss me off the most.
なあ有村さん、久野里さん、そうやって一日中喧嘩してて疲れないか？
Hey, Aramura-san, Kunosato-san, don't you ever get tired of fighting all day? Shinjo-san sighed like he always did. Aramura's eyes narrowed as she glared at Kunosato-san, who just laughed.
で、佐久間先生、結果はどうでした？
So, Dr. Sakuma, what did you find?
分かったことがあればなるべく早くお願いします。できればこの後買い物に行きたいんで。
If you found something, tell me as fast as you can. I want to go shopping after this.
ああ、そうするよ。まずウキちゃんの成長阻害因子に関してだが、これはすぐには分からん。染色体からホルモンの分泌異常まで詳しい結果が出るには時間がかかる。
Sure, I will. First, that's right, Uki-chan stopped growing. We won't know for a while. He'll take some time to get results back on her chromosomal and hormone tests.
で、タクルと有村さんに関しては体はどこにも異常なし。どの臓器もすこぶる健康だ。
And as for you two, you're in good health. No issues with any of your internal organs. Well, something tells me the only internal organ they're interested in is the brain.
た
And
だし、タクルは食事のバランスが明らかに悪い。特定の栄養素が欠乏してる。これはののによーく言っとくからな。
but Takaru is showing clear signs of eating an unbalanced diet. Certain nutrients are very clearly missing. I'll make this very clear to Nono.
有村さんは少し甘いも
Who did Miyashiro
の
did?
や油を控えた方がいい。ジャンクフードもやめること。このままだと確実にメタボへ一直線だ。
And you, Armor-san, need to cut back on sweets and fatty foods. No junk food. You're on a straight path towards obesity right now.
げ
体のことは別にいい。脳はどうなんだ？
Enough about their bodies. What about their brains?
ああ、これが MRI だが。
Yes, well, this is an MRI scan. Dad clicked on one of the images, which displayed images of a human brain. Armora must have found the sight of her own brain creepy because she looked away. Yamazoi didn't seem to know what it was and stared at it from behind me, confused. Kunosato-san clicked through the images slowly, checking each little part in turn, but then finally tossed it away.
3人ともネガティブだな。
All three of them are negative, aren't they? Negative for
あ
what?
あ、ネガティブだよ。
Yeah, this MRI shows negative.
ネガティブ？嘘、頭悪いってことですか？
Negative? What's that? What? Does that mean I'm stupid? It means you have no brain, yeah. Armora staggered back as if she'd been given some kind of shocking news.
確かに頭が悪いな。バカすぎる。
Hmm? Yes, you're stupid. Extremely stupid.
そんな。
No way.
いやいや、そういう意味じゃないから。
No, no, that's not what the word means. Dad chuckled a little.
久野里君、君は聞いていた以上に人が悪いね。
Kunosato-kun, you're an even meaner person than I've been told.
ネガティブの意味もわからないようなやつはバカと断じていいはずだが。
If she doesn't know what negative means, then I'd say calling her stupid is fair.
こいつは新庄君の気苦労もわかるね。
Haha, I see what Shinjo-kun's been going through.
でしょ？
Right? Shinjo-san gave Dad a tired smile.
安心していい、有村さん。医学の世界ではネガティブは陰性って意味だ。つまりおかしな症状は出ていないということだよ。
Don't worry, Armora-san. Negative in the medical sense is a good thing. It means there's no unusual symptoms.
君の脳は至って正常ってことさ。
Your brain is completely normal.
なんだ、びっくりした。
Oh, you scared me. Armora sighed with relief, for once acting like a girl her age. Lately, I'd finally understood that this was who she really was. She told me once before that she was always trying to be the person that people around her wanted her to be.
ギガロマニアックスと脳の肥大化の間には結局因果関係はないのか？
There's no relationship between a Gigalomaniac's power and the enlargement seen in their brain.
少なくともタクルたちに異常は見られない。君の言うそのギガロなんとかとの関連性は自分で判断してくれ。
At the very least, I can tell you that I'm not seeing any issues with them on these charts. You can decide for yourself what that means in relation to those gigolo what's it you're talking about. Kosata-san frowned and lapsed into thought.
でも一連の殺人事件の犠牲者には特徴があった。被害者の脳に同一の症状が見受けられた。
But there was a commonality between all the murder victims. Their brains all showed the same symptoms. Okay, so they did do autopsies on all the murder victims, and they all had enlarged brains, I'm assuming is what she means. Kosata-san showed Dad her tablet computer. It had several brain scans on it that weren't ours. Aramura looked away again.
これを見ればわかるだろう。どれも大脳新皮質が肥大化している。
You can tell from looking at this, right? The cerebral neocortex is swollen.
ああ、言われれば確かに。
You're right, now that you mention it. Dad whispered as he looked at the tablet.
肥大化？大きくなってるってこと？
Swollen? It's bigger?
まあな。
That's right.
およそ 1.2 倍といったところか。そこで今回お前たちの脳に同様の症状があるのか見せてもらったわけだが。
About 1.2 times their normal size, so we wanted to see if your brain showed the same symptoms.
結果はネガティブだった。お前たちの脳は通常の人間と変わらない。
But the result was negative. Your brains are no different than a normal person's. That's interesting. So how is the murder method causing the victims to have enlarged brains? Clearly, it must be like some sort of psychic attack or something? I don't know.
つまり被害者にだけ脳を肥大化させる特別な何かが起こった。
Which means something happened to the victims that caused their brains to swell.
さあ、それはどうだろうな。この程度なら日常生活に支障のあるレベルじゃない。知性や知能にも影響はないだろう。本人も気づいてなかったんじゃないか？
I don't know about that. This isn't large enough to cause a problem with their daily lives. It wouldn't affect them mentally either. They probably didn't even notice it.
つまりもともとそういう脳をしていたのか、死の間際に異常をきたしたのか、あるいは脳に異常をきたしたせいで死んだのか、断定はできないということですか。
In other words, their brains were either like that originally, or this happened to them when they died, or perhaps this is what killed them. We don't know. Maybe gigolomaniacs with swollen neocortexes are like more powerful or something? I don't know. Dad looked at the tablet and nodded.
そういうことだね。
That's right. Maybe all the murder victims were experimented on in such a way that caused the neocortex to swell. Aramura, I don't think, was ever a test subject. I don't think Takaru definitely wasn't. That's right.
いずれにせよ考察のためのデータが乏しすぎる。せめてあと 2,3 人被害者が出てくれればいいんだが。
Either way, we don't have enough data to make a decision if only we had 2 or 3 more victims.
だからそういうことを口にするのはやめろ。
I told you, stop saying that. You should just not treat it like a joke, but her face was completely serious and terrifying.
っていうか、つまり今日の私たちの検査はあんまり意味がなかったってことですか？冗談じゃないんですけど。
I just realized Mio probably has the name that's closest to Ami, like Ami-chan, Mio. They at least both have MI, like in that order, which Armura doesn't. It's IM for her. So does that mean there wasn't any real point to this exam? You're kidding me.
いや、そんなことはないさ。有村さんがすこぶる健康で脳にも異常なしって分かっただけでも収穫じゃないか。
No, that's not true. Knowing that you're healthy and your brain is fine is a blessing, right? Shinjo-san tried his best to make her feel better, but
私に向かって心にもないこと言っても無駄ですよ。
don't say things to me that you don't mean.
これだから有村は厄介だって思いましたね、今。
You're just thinking, this is why Armura is such a hassle just now, weren't you?
そんなことあるわけ。
That's not true. Oops. And then, yeah, as you can tell, Shinjo-san gave up and lowered his head.
すまん。
Sorry.
ああ、せっかくの休みが潰れちゃった。私そろそろ行きますね。
Man, what a wasted day off. I'm leaving. Armor grabbed her bag and tried to leave.
ちょっと待て。
Wait a moment. But she turned around at the door when Kunosata-san stopped her.
何ですか？
What is it?
最後にもう一つ手伝え。お前の能力が必要だ。
Help me with one more thing. I need your power.
嫌です。
No.
だから久野里さん、物には頼み方というものが。
I told you, Kunosata-san, there's a right way to ask for things. But Kunosata-san ignored him.
山添雨季の能力についてちゃんと聞いておきたい。
I want to ask Yamazoe Uki about her powers. Uh-oh. Remember what Miyashiro said? If you start treating any of these people as your guinea pigs, he's gonna destroy everything. Well, to be fair, they're not at the facility anymore. They're at their own house, so... Yamazoe shivered and hid behind me. Dad saw her and frowned in a way that only I could notice. Then he said, I'm gonna hit the restroom and walk past Aramura and out the door. On the way out, he whispered to me,
俺は向こうへ行ってるわ。超能力なんて話は医者の領分じゃねえ。聞いてるだけでこっちの頭が変になりそうだ。
I'm gonna leave for a bit. Psychic powers are outside my field of study as a doctor. Just listening to this makes me feel like I'm gonna go crazy. After Death left, Kunosata-san looked at tiny little Uki with cold eyes.
山添、お前自身にもよく分かっていないようだが、とりあえず知っていることだけでいい。話してみろ。
Yamazoe, you don't seem to know the details yourself, so just tell me what you know. Her harsh tone only scared Yamazoe more, but I looked at her and nodded, and she tried her best to work up her courage.
私はその誰かが心に描いたものを形にしてしまうみたいなんです。
I think I have the power to make what someone imagines into reality, I guess.
誰かが心に描いたもの？
What someone imagines? Isn't that kind of what every Gigalomaniac can do? Or is she like the quintessential Gigalomaniac? Like the base form, the purest Gigalomaniac that just turns delusions to reality and that's it? What someone imagines?
それは誰の思考でもか？
Can that someone be anyone?
私の近くにいる人です。
Anyone near me?
形というのはつまり実体化させるということだな。例えばここにあるコインを私が思い描いたら。
Can it be anything? For instance, if I imagine this coin. Oh. Is she creating the new gen killings by imagining it? Or by someone else imagining it and then her using her powers? Kunosata-san took out a penny and showed it to Yamazoe.
そういうものの場合もありますし、そうじゃないものもあります。
It can be things like that or not.
そうじゃないものっていうと？
What do you mean by not?
何と言えばいいのかわからないですが、例えば状態を。
I don't know how to describe it. Situations, maybe?
状態？
Situations.
綺麗になりたいとか、こうなってほしいとか。
Like if they want to be pretty or if they want something to happen. So is she young because she imagines herself as being young?
それが現実になるっていうのか？
That becomes real?
現実なんでしょうか。私にもよくわかりません。
Is it real? I don't really know. And she's not the one that teleported all the patients away in the basement. So that who could have that power?
それは今やろうと思ってできるものなのか？
Could you do it now if you wanted to?
いえ、意識してできるわけではないです。
No, I can't do it whenever I want to.
どうだ、 有村。
Well, Armora? Kasata looked over Armora, just turned her head.
はいはい、その子嘘はついてませんよ。全部本当みたいです。
Yeah, she's just not lying. It's all true, I guess.
無意識のうちに他人の思考や願望をリアルブートしてしまうということだな。
So she subconsciously real boots the wishes and thoughts of other people. Are they using her power to create Gigalomaniacs?
なるほど。それならこの前フリージアから姿を消した方法も説明がつく。百瀬さんの思考がリアルブートされてしまったわけか。
I see. That explains how she disappeared from Frisia. What Momo-san was thinking about got real booted. So her power could only real boot other people's thoughts and wishes, but not her own. It was like her own life. She had no hopes of her own. She only lived her life for the sake of others. In a way, it was very sad power.
好むと好まざるとに関わらず能力を発動してしまうという点では、そこにいる有村ひなえと同じ部類だ。能力自体は大したものだが、不便なものだ。
So in other words, she's like a genie. She just grants wishes. And will probably lead to a lot of fighting over her. If it happens whenever you want it or not, that's similar to Haramura Hanae's power. The power itself is impressive, but inconvenient.
不便で悪かったですね。
Sorry, I'm inconvenient.
で、それはいつからだ、山添。
So when did this start, Yamazoe?
いつからそんな能力を身につけたのかと聞いている。地下施設での実験中にか。
When did you get this power is what I'm asking. Was it during the experiments in the underground facility?
いえ、私は劣等生でしたから。
No, I was a bad student.
ならいつだ。
Then when?
多分渋谷の地震の後からだと。
I think it was after the Shibuya earthquake. So if she can turn wishes into reality, does she herself get her power from a wish?
やはりな。
I thought so.
やはりってのは
Why is that?
こいつらの話と、あと、あんたが調べた被害者たちの過去。それらを総合して考えると、能力に目覚めたと思われる時期がほぼ同じだ。
I looked into what they said and what you found out about the victims' past. When you put it together, they all awoke to their powers at almost the exact same time.
あの地震が原因だってのか。
So the earthquake was the cause? The earthquake. So, okay, is the earthquake separate from the destruction of Noah 2, or did they both just conveniently happen at the same time? Like, okay, hold on. Did they both conveniently happen at the same time, or was the earthquake caused by Noah 2 exploding? I think they're unrelated, or because I think they're separate, because even in the bad endings where you don't destroy Noah 2, the earthquake still happens, I'm pretty sure. So the earthquake was the cause?
まだ仮説だがな。
Still just a theory, unfortunately. Kunisata-san started typing something into her tablet.
待ってくれ。地震なんてどこでも頻繁に起こってる。その度にギガロマニアックスが生まれてたらキリがないじゃないか。
Wait, earthquakes happen all the time. If everyone created a gigalomaniac, we'd be overflowing with them.
いや、私が言っているのは地震そのものじゃない。
No, I'm not talking about the earthquake itself.
あ？
あの時、不可思議な現象が渋谷で観測されたのを覚えているか？
You remember that something strange was observed in Shibuya during the earthquake, right? Something strange? I did remember, actually.
もしかしてあの白い光ですか？
Do you mean that white light? Kunisata-san nodded. That white light. the white light that had covered us right after the Shibuya earthquake. There were a lot of rumors about it, including one that it was a plasma caused by the earthquake, but I heard no one really knew what it was, even now.
驚いたな。久野里さんが陰謀論者だとは思わなかった。
I'm surprised I didn't take you for a conspiracy theorist, Kunosato-san.
陰謀論ってまさか一時期流行したあれですか？
What conspiracy theory? Wait, do you mean the one from after the earthquake? I was talking about a certain rumor that had gone around right after the earthquake. The rumor said that the earthquake was caused by a secret tectonic experiment, a joint project between the US and Japan that might have gone awry. A weapon capable of causing an earthquake in order to destroy enemy cities or other targeted areas, primarily spoken in urban legends and conspiracy theories. There are many proposed methods by which such a weapon could work, but the most prominent theories are the three below. First, electromagnetic waves could heat up the groundwater beneath the target, causing the groundwater to expand and excite the Earth's crust. There are rumors that the US High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP, is being used for this very purpose. Second, a hydrogen bomb or another type of powerful weapon could be placed at an active fault or tectonic plate boundary on the ocean floor and detonated in order to cause an earthquake. This is said to be the mission of the Deep Sea Drilling Unit, Shikyu, that was developed as part of the Japan-US Integrated Ocean Drilling Program, IODP. The third method is an advanced version of a theory originally proposed by Nikola Tesla, wherein a signal is generated that matches the resonant frequency of the ground at the target site. After enough time, the amplified vibrations will grow intense enough to eventually cause a collapse of the Earth's crust, and thus an earthquake. While it was not a weapon, Tesla did develop a device to prove this resonance effect exists, which is said to have almost destroyed a building. I feel like the problem with this is that you would feel it gradually build up, right? It wouldn't just, like, be sudden. There's another theory that gained popularity on the internet as well, which involved the government sending an army of sumo wrestlers to an active fault near the target point or enemy nation, where they would all stomp on the ground at the same time. However, given the inherent difficulties of transporting the sumo wrestler army deep into the enemy territory, this method is considered largely impractical. Now, the mysterious light was caused by its explosion. This rumor also said that Chaos Child Syndrome, which was believed to be a form of PTSD, might actually be caused by the materials used in that weapon. The rumor was popular on @channel for a while, but people quickly got bored of it. By the time I'd woken up from my coma, no one was talking about it anymore. No, it would be more accurate to say that instead of people getting bored of it, someone had done their best to erase all traces of it. Ah, man. Okay, at the time, I found this strange and started looking into it outside of the internet. Despite the scale of the earthquake, there have been no aftershocks afterwards. All the damage had been concentrated in Shibuya, and the epicenter had been observed to be far too shallow. Yet not a single scientist was speaking up. Whenever someone raised even the smallest doubt, they're quickly shouted down as an idiot conspiracy theorist.
ただの陰謀論だったらいいのだがな。
I wish it was just a conspiracy theory.
というと
What do you mean?
すべての元凶はあの光自体にあるのではないかと私は考えている。地震はその副次的なものに過ぎない。
I think that light might have been the cause of everything. The earthquake was just a side effect of it. Oh, okay. I think I figured it out. Okay. The white light is a silent weapon. Now, why am I so sure of this? Because in Robotics Notes Elite, there was the SS Anemone incident that was caused by silent weapons. The gist of it is that they shot so much electromagnetic radiation at the subjects that they developed powers. In Kaito's case, he had super fast reactions. And then in, like, in Akiho's case, it was the opposite. She came like super slow or whatever. And then I'm thinking that incident, which honestly wasn't explored that much in Robotics Notes Elite, sets the groundwork for what happened here. The white light was electromagnetic radiation. It entered everyone's brains, whatever, and then they gained powers. And then also, the earthquake got real booted.
本気で言ってるのか？じゃあ君は光の正体を何だと思ってるんだ？
And it would also make sense that because I said Robotics Notes Elite, I think takes place after this game, chronologically, the Kimijima reports haven't been released yet, so they don't know about the silent weapons. Are you serious? What do you think that light was?
それが分かれば苦労しない。ただ、何者かの手によって引き起こされたものだと私は確信している。
If I knew, my life would be a whole lot easier, but I'm sure that someone caused it.
すいません。そういうのは後でやってください。私は早く事件を解決してくれればそれでいいんで。
I'm sorry, can you figure that out some other time? All I want is for you to solve the case and soon. Armor saw that Shinjo-san and Kunosata-san were about to start arguing and readjusted her tote bag on her shoulder.
私の仕事はもう終わりですよね。じゃあさようなら。宮代先輩たちもまた学校で。
I'm finished here, right? Then goodbye. See you at school, Miyashiro-senpai.
ああ、それじゃあな。
Yeah, see you.
ウキもまたね。てか、もっと元気出せよ。
See you around, Uki, and cheer up. She patted Yamazoi lightly on the head and left the examination room. Yamazoi softly whispered, "Yes, ma'am," as she watched her go. After that, Kunosata-san began to mumble to herself as she started to look at her data on Dad's PC. There was a different look in her eyes than any had seen before, to be honest. She looked a little crazy. But it wasn't the look of a mad scientist. It was as if she was concealing some dark obsession. I'd seen these kinds of eyes somewhere before. Where was it? As soon as I remembered, a chill ran down my spine.
あのパイロキネシスト、南沢千里かもしれないあの女の目にそっくりだ。
That pyrokinetic, that girl who might be Minamisawa Senri, they looked just like her eyes. They were the eyes of someone who was bent on revenge, consumed by hatred and rage. The Shibuya earthquake and that strange light, the relationship they likely had with our powers. I rolled around in my bed thinking about everything that had happened. And then I thought back to the crazy look in Kunosata-san's eyes. She looked just like the pyrokinetic.
復讐
Revenge, huh? Does Minamisawa Senri hate me for what I did that day? Does she still hate me even now?
そんなバカな子供の頃の話だぞ。いくらなんでもそんな昔のことで。
That's crazy. I was a little kid. There's no way she'd still be mad about something that happened so long ago. I tried to say it aloud to convince myself, but that pyrokinetic wasn't behaving like a normal person. It was hard to think she was sane. She was a beast, an animal without a conscience, that she was stalking the streets of Shibuya with bared fangs. At least that's how she had seemed to me. And the terrifying words she'd said when she saw me. She had looked at me and said, "I found you."
結局僕は知らないうちに自分の命をわざわざ危険にさらすような事件に首を突っ込んでしまってたのか。
Did I end up putting my life at risk without even realizing it? The more I thought about it, the more my blood began to run cold. If I know this was going to happen, I would have just listened to Kurusu from the very beginning.
って何を弱気になってんだ。
Wait, why am I acting so wimpy? Honestly, I'm glad to have a protagonist that thinks like this. I sat up on the bed. That's right, I had my power. Even if that woman was Minasawa Senri and she was trying to kill me out of revenge, I wouldn't just sit there and let her.
ただ
But what if she attacked me when I was with Kurusu? And what if things got so dangerous I couldn't protect my own life or Kurusu's without killing her? Could I really kill Minasawa Senri right in front of Kurusu? I almost jumped at the sudden noise. The sound was from my new smartphone. I finally got a new one before I went to the hospital today. I'd totally forgotten. This guy's gonna get hit by Kagame Kagame. I remembered how Ito had gotten a call from my old phone after I'd lost it and hesitated a little. I looked at the screen trembling. Caller, Onoe Serika.
なんだ尾上か
Oh, it's just Onoe. It better be.
もしもし
Hello?
ああ、タク、ヤッホ
Oh, Taku. Hey.
どうしたんだよ
What's up?
ー。もしかしてご機嫌斜め？今日の検査で何かあった？
Are you in a bad mood? Did something happen at your exam?
そういうわけじゃないけど
No, that's not it.
ダメだよ、ごまかしても。そういう声の時のタクはだいたい悩んでる時なんだから。
You can't fool me, okay? Whenever your voice is like that, you're worried about something. Evidently, it wasn't just Kurusu and Aramura who could tell when I was lying.
で、何を悩んでたの？
So what is it? I wasn't sure if I should tell her, but it was Serika I was talking to after all. I told her everything I'd been thinking about.
白い光？
A white light?
あの時尾上も僕と一緒にいたよな何か覚えてないか
You were with me back then, weren't you? Do you remember anything?
それがね、私倒れて気絶しちゃってたから光とか見てないんだ。ほら、タクが病院まで運んでくれたでしょ？
Well, I was that cold, so I didn't see it. You carried me to the hospital, remember?
あそういえばそうだったな
Oh, that's right. I still remember how Serika felt when I carried her on my back. Until then, I hadn't really treated her differently than any other boy. But at some point, she started to grow into a woman. When I carried her on my back, I was surprised that was what a girl felt like.
あの時はごめんね。ありがとう。
Sorry for making you do that, thanks.
今さらなんだよ僕とお前の仲だろ
Well, why bring that up now? We're friends, you know.
幼馴染ってやっぱりいいね。
It's nice to have an old friend, isn't it? Serika sounded happy, but the tone of her voice quickly dropped.
あ、でも、のんちゃんの幼馴染のあの子は、のんちゃんやタクを悩ませてるんだよね。困ったね。
Oh, but that girl who's Nonchan's old friend is causing you a lot of problems right now, isn't she?
お前も気をつけろよ昔地下施設で南沢千里を目撃したのは僕だけじゃないんだからな
You be careful too. I wasn't the only one who saw Minamisawa Senri down there.
大丈夫だよ。きっとタクが守ってくれるから。
It'll be fine. I'm sure you'll protect me.
Eh?
Huh?
あれ？もしかして守ってくれないの？
Huh? Are you not planning on protecting me?
いやそういうわけじゃないただその
No, that's not it. Just in Chaos Head, Takumi was always being protected by everyone, but now Miyashiro wants to protect everyone. What a complete flip of a character. I fell silent, but I could tell that Serika was nodding to herself on the other side of the phone.
ああ、そっか。それで迷ってるんだね。
Oh, I see. So that's why you're not sure what to do. And then, even though I hadn't said anything, she seemed to realize my problem. Could I really kill someone if it meant saving someone?
うん。でもね、タク。
But you know, Taku.
多分のんちゃんなら相手が幼なじみでも親友でもタクを守るためにためらわないでやっつけると思うんだ。
I think that even if her best friend, Nonchan would kill them without a second thought if she had to do it to protect you.
もちろん私もだよ。タクのためならどんなことでもするし誰にも負けないと思う。絶対に。
Of course, I would too. I'd do anything for you, and I don't think I'd lose anyone ever.
尾上、
タクはどうかな。
What about you, Taku? Maybe she was right. Kurusu would probably kill her best friend if it was the only way to protect us.
でもそんなことクルスにさせていいわけない。
But I can't let Kurusu do that. I think this is a flag. She's like... Kurusu would probably kill her friend if it was the only way to protect us. But would she kill us? I don't know. What if we, quote unquote, are the friend and Kurusu has to protect her other family members? Like, what if Takeru gets consumed by his powers and then Kurusu has to kill Takeru to protect all of her other siblings? But I can't let Kurusu do that. If that one really was me to Misawa Senri, it wasn't Kurusu who needed to do it. It was me, right? That's right, that was the only way to overcome my past trauma, too.
あ、でも今日は18日だよね。
Oh, but today's the 18th, right?
どうしたいきなり。
Why is that important? Following Serika's conversation was as impossible as ever.
あのね、次の事件はすぐには起きないんじゃないかなって。
I was just thinking that the next murder won't be for a while.
すぐに起きない？
It won't? I looked at the calendar and then realized.
次は23日か。
The next is the 23rd, huh? Since these killings seem to be following the New Gen Madness, the next murder would probably be on the 23rd. After that would be Finger Food on October 28th and Dokun Puzzle on November 4th. If we could get through the 23rd, we'd be safe for a while.
だからそれまでは安全かも。
Yep, so we may be safe until then.
とはいえ23日になったら24時間逃げ回らなきゃいけないんだよな。
That means we'll have to spend the whole day running on the 23rd.
だったらその日はみんなで一緒にいようよ。ずっと。
Then let's all stay together that day. Uh-oh. I don't think that's a good idea. I think they're gonna take advantage of that.
いくら恨みを持ってるからってみんなのいる場所に堂々と出てくるなんてできないんじゃないかな。
If she hates you, I don't think she can just show up when we're all together.
なるほど。やっぱりそういう作戦しかないか。
See, that might be our only plan, yeah. Ooh, I don't know. It sounds like an easy group kill. What if they just, like, take control of our mind and make us kill each other? If we could avoid the murder that way, we'd win.
部活のみんなにも協力してもらって深夜までやってるお店に入っちゃうとか佐久間先生さえ許してくれれば青葉寮で合宿してもいいかも。
We could have everyone in the club help and go to some place that's open all night. Or if Dr. Sakuma says it's okay, we could stay at Alba Dorm.
尾上、お前意外と考えてるんだな。
Anyway, you're smarter than you look.
なんかすっごく褒められちゃった。
Huh? That's a big compliment. No, it's not. It's not a compliment at all. Whenever I was in trouble or worried or about something, Serika had always been there to listen to me. She was one of the few people who really understood me. Of course, I was too embarrassed to tell her that and had no plans to ever do so.
それじゃあタクおやすみ。いい夢見てね。
Okay, Taku, good night. Sweet dreams.
ああ、おやすみ。
Yeah, good night. I hung up and looked at the calendar on the wall again.
10月23日。
October 23rd.
犯人はどう動き、どんな犯罪を犯すんだろう。
What's the killer going to do?
それは本当に何らかのメッセージなんだろうか。
Is it really some kind of message?
そして狙われているのはこの僕か
And am I really the target?
それとも
Or just like we'd expected, nothing happened over the next few days. There's no sign of that woman and no new arson cases, which meant no new news about the case. A new judgment day was drawing near, though, so rather than screwing around like I had been before, I was trying to figure out how to use my power to protect myself and everyone else. Then in the midst of our everyday lives, with some unchanging days just repeating, we slowly greeted the dawn of October 23rd. Damn, we're just skipping all the way there, huh?
とりあえず今のところは何もなしか。
So nothing's happened so far, right?
あ
Yeah.
よかったっすね、宮代先輩。これもわざわざひなえちゃんが付き合ってあげてるおかげっすよ。感謝の印として今度専属屋のマンゴーフルーツパフェごちそうしてくださいね。
Aren't you glad, Miyashiro-senpai? It's all thanks to your precious Hinae-chan, who went out of her way to accompany you. You can thank me by buying me a mango fruit parfait at Senzokuya, okay?
何言ってんだお前だって狙われてるかもしれないだろお互い様ってやつだ
What are you talking about? They might be after you, too.
うわー、ドケチ。
Cheapskate.
ちょっとみんな気を抜くのが早すぎるわ。問題はこれからなんだから。
Listen, everyone, it's too early to let your guard down. This is where things will start to get tough. Nothing had happened during school. We made sure that nobody was alone during break periods and had paid off.
なんだ山添
What is it, Yamazoe?
私も一緒にここにいてよかったんでしょうか。学園の生徒でもないのに。
Is it okay for me to be here? I'm not a student.
今日は特別だ君だって能力者なんだから狙われないとも限らないだろ
Today's special. You're a psychic too, so they might come after you.
そういうこと。今日が無事に終わるまで絶対に私たちと離れてはダメよ。
That's right. Make sure you stay with us until the day is over, okay?
はい。
This could either end horribly or end wonderfully when we just pass by. I get the feeling what they're gonna do is all of the new gen dates are gonna pass. None of them are gonna get killed. But then there's gonna be a 7th new gen. Yes, ma'am. Yamazoe had seemed uncomfortable in this new environment all day.
で、これからどうすんだ？
So what do we do now?
そろそろ学校も人が少なくなるし移動した方がいいわね。
People are starting to leave, so we should probably go somewhere else.
渋谷で遅くまで空いている店へ行こう悪いけどみんなも付き合ってくれるか
Let's go to some place in Shibuya that's open late. You guys don't mind coming with me, right?
しょうがないっすね。その代わり宮代先輩のおごりでよろしく。
Oh, fine. Thanks for the invitation.
有村他のメンバーはともかくお前は割り勘だ
You know what, Armor? Forget the other members. You and I'll split the bill.
先輩ひどい。鬼、悪魔。
What? Senpai, you jerk. Demon. Absolute fiend. Call me whatever you want.
それでどこ行くの？
So where do we go?
カラオケとか？
Karaoke, maybe?
できれば懐的に優しいところにしてくれ
I'd rather go someplace cheap.
だとすると行き先はいつものあそこだね。
So the usual place then.
よう来たの。ゆるりと過ごしてゆくがよい。
Welcome. Take your time.
どうも。
Thanks.
お主たちか。好きな席に座ってよいぞ。
Oh, it's just you peasants. Sit wherever you like. We chose a seat by the window with a good view. Cafe Lax took over the whole floor of a classy 2-story business building near Shibuya's residential district. Thanks to the window seat, we're able to see all around the building. If she showed up, we'd be able to spot that pyrokinetic Miyamosawa Senri, if that's who she was, immediately.
閉店までここにいられるね。
Probably shouldn't be in a building with only one exit, though. We can stay here till they close, huh?
そのためにはたくさん注文しなきゃ。すみません。
We need to order a lot then. Excuse me.
もう一度確認しとくぞ。有村は自腹だからな。
Just saying this once more, you're paying for yourself, Aramura.
どれ注文は決まったのか
Huh?
忙しいからさっさとオーダーするように。
Are you ready to order? I'm busy, so make it quick.
店員さん、忙しいなら私もお店の手伝いをしますので。
Ma'am, if you're busy, I can help around the store.
は
こらこら山添、客は手伝わなくていいんだからな。ていうか手伝っちゃダメだからな。
Hey, Yamazoe, customers don't have to help the staff. Actually, you're not allowed to do that.
そうなんですか？
Huh? I'm not?
そうなんです。
You're not.
私はここからここまで全部お願いします。
Okay, I'll take everything from here to here.
だから有村、どさくさに紛れてそういう注文するな。お前には絶対におごらないからな。
Aramura, don't try to order the whole menu when I'm not looking. I'm not paying for your bill.
お前、何うなってんだよ。
No way, what's wrong?
さっき食べたシュークリームのクリームが髪についちゃって。
The cream from the cream puff I just ate got in my hair. How'd she pull that off when she has hair that short?
花ってば大きなあくび。
That's a big yawn, Hana. I'm surprised they didn't go to... Okay, Yeah, I was about to say, I'm surprised they didn't go to sleep during the day and wake up at night. But at the end of the day, like, the murder could happen in broad daylight, so... That's a big yawn, Hana.
伊藤もだ。いくらなんでも気を抜きすぎだろ。
You too, Ito. Come on, man. You're getting too relaxed. Stay sharp.
それにお行儀が悪いわよ。
It's bad manners, too.
んなこと言ったってしょうがないだろ。何時間もただだらっとしてるだけなんだから。
I can't help it. We've been here for hours, just killing time. We've been at Cafe Lax for 4 hours already. Are they gonna let you stay here all night? At first, everyone had been tense and alert, but it seemed like we were starting to hit our limits. Aramura and I seem to be relaxing a little. Also, why do you need to relax if it's... Is it already the 23rd? I don't think it is. If we were alone, we would have been afraid, but now we're surrounded by our friends. And if you added in the waitress and the other customers, there are even more people here now. I can imagine someone's barging in and attacking us.
おいこら、お主ら。
Listen here, peasants. The waitress had walked over at some point while I was looking out the window and was standing next to me.
一体何時間粘るつもりじゃ。これ以上注文せんのならいい加減。
How many hours are you planning on staying here if you're not going to order more?
ああ、します注文。メニューください。
Oh, we will. We'll order. Please give us a menu. I guess we had to order extra after all. It was only natural, but it was putting a big dent in my budget for the month.
おれ、メニューじゃ。
Here, have a menu.
ありがとうございます。タク、何頼む？
I think dying would put a bigger dent in your budget. Thanks, Taku. What do you want? Soraka took the menu and handed it to me.
そうだな。
Let me see.
なるべく安いもの。安いものと。
Something cheap, something cheap. So I flipped through the menu I saw.
Huh?
What is it? Oh boy. And I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching. We'll pick this up next time.